Yeah, hello guys. My name is Vaibhav Sharma and welcome to my channel. It's Sharma Ji Peace October. So today we are going to discuss most commonly asked question in RESTful services, or we can't say it's a most commonly. We can say these are the all things about the RESTful services. So firstly, what we will discuss. So uh, means maybe 4 or 5 videos more will come in the RESTful services. I am having 3+ years of experience in IT sector. So if this is it will useful for you, then please watch from starting to end. Then only you will get and then only you can follow the sequence of that. So this is for Spring Java developers RESTful services. So first question is, by using the RESTful services, what type of application we can develop? So we can develop distributed application by using the RESTful services. Okay. So firstly, uh, then question will rise: how many types of application? How many types of application is available? Basically, guys, there are four types of application available. First one is the standalone application. Second one is distributed application. Third one is the web application. And one more is there, guys. I'm forgetting, just a second. Yeah. So that one, these four are the application which we are using in IT. So another thing is, what is the distributed application or web application? These things we need to understand. Means why we need to develop and what are the benefits for that. So for this, we have to learn from starting to end. But here we are discussing the RESTful services. So we will talk about only distributed application. So the application which is first question will rise: what is the distributed application and need of distributed application? So the application which is communicating with another application, it's called as distributed application. It is used for business to business services. To develop RESTful services, we need a distributed application. So guys, second question will rise, means what are the real life examples of that? So most of the guys you use the Paytm, right? So by using Paytm, we can book the air flight also, train also, buses also. So what they are doing? They are doing means it is communicating, means Paytm is communicating with the IRCTC. Paytm is communicating with Indigo. So these are the business to business services. So communication between business to business is called distributed application. Okay. So second thing, how can we develop distributed application? The question is automatically telling the answer. By using RESTful services, we can develop. So why we learn the RESTful services? Because of developing distributed application we are used. So then third question will rise. What is RESTful services architecture? Third question. Sorry, I didn't sequence it. Third question here it will rise. So firstly, in the RESTful services, client and resource providers, means client and resource. These are the two main means persons, or we can tell two important factor. Means resource will provide the service and client will send the request and resource will respond. Right? So this one is the RESTful services architecture. And then what is the resource producer and client customer? Who is providing service? It's called as resource producer, and who is accessing service is client customer. So previously I've taken the example, right? What example I've taken? Paytm and IRCTC. So IRCTC is providing the service. So what is this? This is the means IRCTC is the producer or resourcer. Okay. So and you may hear means this one is the interoperable application. Maybe you heard. So means when one application, suppose PTM is developed by Android, means Android or Python, and IRCT is developed with Java language. So both are communicating without considering the language. Then it is called interoperable application. And in this age of world, all the applications should interoperable. So by using RESTful services also we can develop interoperable application. Then some of the guys will ask why we are learning RESTful services. To develop distributed application with interoperability, we can develop RESTful services. So that's why we are learning RESTful services. So what is the HTTP request and HTTP response? You may hear means by using XML, JSON, directly we can't send the data. Suppose if we order in Swiggy, and restaurant is the Hari Shankar restaurant or any other restaurant, pizza what is there. So by using Swiggy, we are ordering. We are giving the all the details like address, name, what quantity we needed. We are giving that. After that, that will provide the response. Who will provide the means Swiggy will request to pizza word, means all the details it will send by using XML or by using JSON format. It will send not in the same way. So means like address, name, what is the order quantity, these details will provide, and Pizza Hut will provide the response. Okay, so this one is the overall structure. Okay, so how distributed application exchange is in the form of XML or JSON. Or to send a request and send the response, we use the HTTP request and HTTP response. So 9 is why application is using XML or JSON data, why not object format? Means in Java we can send the data in object format also, yes. So by using object we can't achieve interoperability. Means Java object can call by the Java class only. So if we send the data by using object, then we can't achieve the interoperability if we send the data in the form of object. Then what are the prerequisites to develop distributed application? We should know how to work with XML or JSON data, and we should know how to deal with HTTP. These things we should know, then only we can learn distributed application. So for this, firstly we'll discuss what is XML, what is serialization, deserialization. Guys, I'm not talking normal serialization and deserialization. I will give the idea. Definitely, I will give the idea for that. So to develop, we need to understand XML, JSON, or HTTP. So first thing is what is XML? So basically, XML stands for Extensible Markup Language. XML represents the data in text format, like C, name, start tag, end tag. Start tag or end tag is called elements in XML. So, and what is the XML? So XML is a platform independent and language independent. Okay, so XML is a interoperable I already told. And what is the XML use? XML is mainly used to represent the data and to transfer the data, right? This one is the basic functionality. Learn about means what is the start tag, end tag, and what start tag plus end tag equal to elements of tag. Okay, it is interoperable, language independent, and it is used to transfer the data and send the data. Okay, how many types of XML element? Basically we have two types of XML element. One is simple element and one is the compound element. The element which contains data directly, like name Raju, name, is called a simple element. The element which contains the data is compound element, like person. Under the person we have name, ID. So these type of elements are compound element. Guys, maybe you got clear idea means what is XML and what is simple element and what is the compound element. Guys, if you are not getting anything, then please comment me and tell me what things are you not getting, and if there any doubt, I will see your comment and I will try to reply all of these. Okay, so after this, So what is the JAXP? You may hear the JAXP. So if you not here, then no, it's okay. So means to work with XML data in Java application, Sun Microsystem provided JAXP API. JAXP means to working with XML we need to any API like JAXP. It is the provided by Sun Microsystem. So you no need to install and all anything, and you no need to add any dependency in the pom.xml. Okay. So basically JAXP stands for Java API for XML parsing or processing, and JAXP API will represent the data in the text format. So what is the JAXP API? To overcome the problem of JAXP API, Sun released JAXP API. What is the problem firstly in the JAXP? So the problem is to convert, means it is JAXP stand. The problem is it is sending the data in the text format, and anyone can change this, in the JAXP. So for overcome this problem, JAXP API, some release the JAXB API, and JAXB stands for Java Architecture for XML Binding. It is send will represent the data in the object format, right? You got it, right? And then most questions asked. This one is the most commonly asked question in the REST API. Even for me, it's asked, but on that time I was not knowing that, so I just shut up my mouth and I told, yeah, means I hear, no, means these things I told. So we can get this, the clear idea. We can simply tell the process of converting Java XML file to Java object is called marshalling, and the converting Java object to XML file is called unmarshalling, right? So marshalling and unmarshalling runs for every request. Means whenever we send the request, then it will convert XML file to Java object. It is called marshalling. So and it will means every request it will perform. So it is called runtime operation. And what is the binding class? To perform marshalling and unmarshalling, we need binding class. The Java class which represents structure of XML file is called binding class. In the entire application, we will design binding class only one time, hence it is called one on one time operation. Without binding class, we can't perform marshalling and unmarshalling. See here, what is this? Here ticket class is there. Then if we are performing this class ticket, then integer id, string status, string from, string to, string double, these are the representation of XML file is called XML file. Okay, so this one is the binding class. Then what is the use of @XML? The annotation which is used to representing binding class as a XML file. Got it? Means when we create the, means it will bind the XML class. Okay. How can we convert the Java object into XML file? Then firstly we'll make the JAXB context reference, and we get the R class instance by using the new instance method. So we are passing R class method is ticket.class. So we'll get converted Java object data into XML file. It is called JAXB. Okay. We are trying to convert Java object into XML file. What is called, guys? I already told. This is called marshalling. So after that we'll get the marshal object by using JAXB. Will create the marshaller by using create marshaller. Then we'll call the marshal method. Here we'll pass our class name and what XML file we want to create. So what in the first line we are doing? In the first line we get the object for our ticket class. In the second line we will create the marshaller. In third line we will call marshal method. Here is the our class name and name of the XML file. Hope guys you are getting everything, and if you're not getting, then please tell me, I will explain again, and if you have any doubt you can reach me out. So what is the XML root XML root attribute? So by default all the variables present as the element, if we want to make it is an attribute, then we use then second question will rise what is the attribute. So if the data like here in ticket class id status from to pr, these elements will come. These are the simple element. If we want to attribute, then we'll use the xml attribute in the declaration of the variable. So if we'll use the xml attribute, then if we are using any of the uh, sorry any of the any an annotation, then we'll use the xml accessor type. It's called field. Okay, so that is the how can we convert xml file into java object. So same way in this xp context we'll create the reference. After that we'll get the ticket class object, then we'll create the unmarsler. Here we create unmarsler, then we'll create the file. Okay, so after we'll do the typecasting and we call the unmarsal method. Like that we can convert. So thank you guys. Till this maybe I cleared all the things. So if you have any doubt guys, please reach me out and tell me if you have any doubt, and please comment me, and if you think it is useful for you, please do subscribe, like and share. Thank you guys. Bye.